Good morning, folks. This is a more accurate visualization of the solar wind interacting with our planetary magnetics. The visual and accompanying article are linked for you below, detailing how wide X-ray observation will help us understand the charge exchange and energy distribution within the Earth-Sun relationship. This is a picture of pollution over the water. It's dense where you'd expect it, but the ship trail pollution is an impressive example of our Grimes' lasting localized effects. Solid article here, coming back to the Japan quake disaster. We learned two important things. First, the 50-meter land movement was the largest on record with the quake, contributing to the devastation of the tsunami. And second, the part of the fault that ruptured was not supposed to be building pressure, so you have to ask, where else have we missed a catastrophe in the making? Since we're on quakes, let's take a look at the tsunami damage from the 8-pointer in the Solomon Islands. The death toll keeps rising as they continue to make their way to isolated villages, some completely destroyed. One of the stronger aftershocks we've had occurred yesterday afternoon, right in the middle of that hodgepodge. We have readings of 6.6, 6.7, 6.8, even a 7.0 for this aftershock. Something to note, above this we have readings of 6.9 in Alaska and a 6-pointer in Russia. I do not think these are separate quakes. Their devices were likely set off by the aftershock waves. Boca Grande, Florida, red tide alert to build on the fish deaths we've seen there. In Ireland, we have multiple dolphins washed ashore dead, and when I was trying to find more info, I ran across this article from a week ago. For newcomers, my soft spot is the fauna of this planet. I have to believe this is all the same environmental hazard, and it's so infuriating. Europe's weather forecast hasn't changed much. Storms possible in the south. Australia still got them north, but of all the watch zones on Earth right now, the low pressure systems holding the trophy at this moment are on the United States, bringing wild wind and precipitation totals. Little sister up to the left there as well. These are moving north today, and there will be as much as 2 feet of snow as this moves north through New England, but most importantly, the storm surge from this low could be Boston's version of a Hurricane Sandy. Just as finishing touches are made by this Saturday evening, this low will slide into the Gulf states and create some severe weather. Nobody should take this lightly either. You see a significant disturbance on the flux gate and smaller one beginning on the right. Same thing here with the inductions. The larger spikes are from the dense proton mass in the solar wind we had yesterday. Today we see that the yellow below it, the solar wind speed, has taken some jumps as well. Looking at the 3-day solar wind plot, we see the density and the speed spikes. Normally we expect these to be a little closer together with the coronal hole, but the slow developer does match the coronal hole pattern where the faster particles act like a shovel or a broom, and we see a short burst of density before the faster wind. We already have auroras breaking out at high latitude, and something else to note, energetic flux at Spaceship Earth has not stopped. It's actually gotten a bit worse today. Only got a few sunspots of concern. You can see these two northern groups here. Both appear to have their polarities separated, however, indicating safety. So no solar eruptions possible, right? Nope. These plasma filaments are not only peppered all over the Earth-facing disk, some of the bigger ones appear to be destabilizing as we speak, and there are a few more little ones all over that could be set off by a larger plasma eruption. To top it all off, the South Pole coronal hole appears to be having a tea party with our other coronal hole in the southern hemisphere, up near the same latitude. Quake watch continues, but hopefully we've seen the worst of it. Eyes open, no fear at 6:25 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.